Welcome to Hong Kong for the big one, the Women's World Open, the highlight of the World Tour of Whisper Women's International Squash. In the first semi-final, New Zealand's world number one Carol Owens came from behind to beat Holland's Vanessa Atkinson 6-9, 9-7, 9-6, 9-6.
It was tough out there tonight. I was pretty tense. Vanessa got off to a really good start. She was shooting the ball from everywhere, and first semi-final in a World Open for Vanessa, and she was out there with nothing to lose, and that made it pretty tough on me, and it would have made it very tough if she had gone too low up. You know, they say that good players can play badly and get themselves out of it, and I managed to do that today, and yeah, I guess it wasn't luck, but maybe a bit of experience on my part. You know, Vanessa did get a little bit rattled there in the middle of the second game, and I really took advantage of that and stepped up the court a little bit more and just really tried to get as confident as I could, you know, coming from behind, and yeah, I just pulled through in the end, and yeah, that's the game of squash, I guess.
Yeah, sort of mixed feelings. Obviously, I'm happy to have made my first semi-final in the World Open, but I really felt like it was there for the taking. Carol wasn't moving very well, especially at the start of the match, and if I could have stayed on top of her in that second game, I was up, I think, 7-2 or 7-3, then I really think I could have taken it, but I let her back in, gave her a bit of confidence back, and then she really started to play better after that.
And in the second semi-final, England's world number two Cassie Jackman put an end to the sensational run of rising Asian star Nicole David, beating the young Malaysian 9-7, 9-3, 9-4.
I'm delighted. I mean, Nicole's obviously had some really good results this tournament, beating Natalie Granger, world number two, so I knew it was going to be hard, but I was hitting the ball really well, and I was finding my length, and everything came off tonight, and obviously delighted to be in the final. It was a fantastic feeling when I won it in '99, and Carol's won it before, so like I said, we'll both be up for it, but all the pressure's on her. I've got nothing to lose, and I'm sure it'll be a great match.
To get into the semi-finals of a World Championships is just, well, it's unreal actually. Like, didn't expect to go so far. When I managed to beat Natalie Granger in the second round, and it's just an amazing experience all throughout this whole tournament. I was just happy I was in the semi-finals, and but so close to one more step. But I mean, Cassie played brilliant squash yesterday, and like, I mean, I was outmatched, and she played well, so she deserved that win, and in the finals as well.
Owens to serve, Jackman to receive.
World Open final here in Hong Kong. Carol Owens serving, Cassie Jackman of England receiving. Cassie in the blue dress, Carol Owens from New Zealand in the white top and the light blue skirt. Both players bidding for a second World Open title. Cassie won in 1999, beating the Australian Michelle Martin.
Love all.
And Carol winning in Edinburgh the following year. One of the most amazing comebacks in the history of squash. 2-love match ball down, and came back to beat Leilani Joyce of New Zealand. Carol, of course, now
Strike to Owens.
representing New Zealand, having made that controversial switch of international allegiance from Australia. But Carol, she's hinted many times in the last few weeks that this might be her last tournament on the world circuit. And she said she wants to bow out at the top. And if so, there's no better way to bid farewell to a squash career than by taking the world title. Great match in prospect. Two great stroke makers, very skillful players. And Cassie delighted to be back in another World Open final after two career-threatening back operations. Everyone in squash delighted to see Cassie working her way back up
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
to the top of the game.
Love 1.
There's Cassie in the blue, bouncing the ball before serving. She's from Norwich. And as a Norwich fan, she'll be more than at home with the green and yellow markings on this court. In this spectacular setting of Kowloon, next to the waterside here in Hong Kong Harbour.
1-all.
The lights of the city glowing across the bay. An incredible setting, what promises to be an incredible match. All the organisers here in Hong Kong have done an absolutely tremendous job putting this tournament together. A credit to everyone involved and a real showpiece final to finish off a weekend of top-class tournament play. Carol Owens looking strong with that backhand volley drop.
2-1.
Just nosing ahead 2-1 in this opening game. Little mid-court collision there, let ball. That means the players play the rally again.
2-1.
So there's Carol Owens from New Zealand, the top seed, world #1. Very stylish, very gifted player. There's a mistake from Cassie Jackman, hitting that volley into the tin.
3-1.
So Carol Owens leading 3-1. Carol coming into this tournament after losing the final in Qatar. Cassie moving well. Cassie admitted a few weeks ago during the British Open that her back injuries mean some days she moves better than others. And she admitted to us in Nottingham, she said, some days I move slower than my grandma. So let's hope today is not one of those days. Both players striking the ball firmly, looking to get the ball deep. They want to get their opponent trapped in the back corners. They want to force a mistake from their opponent to open up the front half of the court, where you'll see both players looking for winners. Anything loose, and there's an opportunity right on cue. A loose ball from Carol Owens. Cassie Jackman dominating the tee area in the middle of the court, finishing the rally with a volley drop into the front left corner. A very physical game of chess is how
2-3.
one critic described this game of squash, played at high speed, needing incredible reflexes and great mental agility to work out the angles and look for the winners.
Yes, let.
Also a game of great patience. You have to construct rallies. You'll see both players working the ball deep, tight to the side walls, keeping it as straight as they can, and then looking for the loose one to attack. Both players driving solidly. There's Owens going for the volley. And Cassie Jackman again going short on the backhand with some dividend again.
3-all.
Hong Kong has long been one of the main venues on the world tour for the men and the women. Always a pleasure to come here. The event's always brilliantly organised. And the players responding by putting on some great squash. But never before in such a spectacular venue as this one, right by the waterside. And there you saw Cassie Jackman slicing the ball across court.
5-3.
She's obviously settled well. She's 5-3 ahead now in this opening game.
Yes, let 5-3.
There goes the volley drop again. Owens belts it deep. Gets it deep again, forcing Cassie to the back. Cassie moving up the court well, making Carroll think twice about playing it short. And there, Owens puts the ball in the tin.
6-3.
She'd got a little bit too far across to the side of the court. And once again, a loose ball from Owens. Sees Cassie going for that backhand drop.
3-6.
But that time it hit the tin, so Owens gets the serve back. Jackman floating that ball deep. And there you can see Owens hitting the ball out of court. I hope it's not landed in the sea. The crowd here, full house, enjoying the squash. So Cassie's serving with a new ball. I think the original match ball is lost somewhere in the China Sea.
Down.
That's a mistake on the backhand drop from Carroll Owens.
7-3.
Cassie Jackman leading 7-3. Solid backhand volley from Cassie. And there she sends Owens the wrong way. Owens forced into the back left corner. She plays the ball
8-3
out with a
game
boast. And Cassie drives it back into the same spot to go on to game ball.
Strike to Owens. Stroke to
And
Owens.
that's loose. That's a stroke to Carroll
And up,
Owens, a
3-8.
penalty stroke. The ball coming back over Cassie's left shoulder. And that's
Yes,
a loose
let.
return,
Yes,
but
let.
Cassie gets the let.
3-8.
Owens serves again. Beautiful cross-court lob, followed by a straight drop that's too tight, and that ball rolling all the
And
way
out.
to the back
8-3
of the
game
court,
ball.
clinging to the side wall. That's how tight that shot was from Cassie. So Cassie Jackman now on game ball. Works it deep, goes in short. That's driven past Carroll Owens, so Cassie Jackman of England takes the opening game in the World Open final. So Cassie Jackman of England serving at the start of the second game here in the World Open final in Hong Kong. She's leading Carol Owens, the top seed from New Zealand, 1 game to love. Playing some great squash in that opening game. They're giving away the serve with that loose backhand volley into the tin, giving Owens the serve. Well, Cassie won that opening game with some style, but that's a formidable shot from Carol Owens, a stunning forehand kill into the front right corner, absolutely unplayable. But both players disputing that. Cassie thought the ball was down. Carol shakes her head.
Very sure.
And the referee's agreeing with Cassie. That ball was down. It's nice to have a rest while Carol takes over the commentary. Lets everybody in the audience know her feelings. Loose in the middle from Owens. Cassie volleys deep, but then sent deep herself. Fierce rally this one, both players driving. And there's the boast from Owens. Loose from Cassie, in goes the drop. Cassie cross courts. That's sat up, but not the best drive you've ever seen from Cassie. A little bit upright. Long rally, Cassie stretches for that one. Carol Owens drives it past her into the back left corner. Good rally, good squash. Cassie maybe should have done better with the opportunity that presented itself early on in that rally. And there another mistake. Put that ball down. So much of this game is about footwork, getting into the right body position. If the feet aren't moving well, and nothing else follows. This time Cassie shakes her head, disputing that decision. Let ball. That's loose from Cassie. Carol drives it deep. Lob from Cassie Jackman. Fierce drive from Carol Owens. Big forehand cross court into the back left corner. Here on this spectacular open air court opposite Hong Kong Harbour. All the skyscrapers opposite lit up like Christmas trees. Just like this glass show court here. And that ball squirting out around the middle of the court.
And love 3.
It's a penalty stroke to Cassie Jackman. She's serving love 3 down in the second game. And you see both players working that backhand line. Loose from Carol, but Cassie not able to put away that chance. Building the rally again. Carol comes in behind Cassie.
To Owen.
She was ready for it.
And gets the penalty stroke.
3 love.
And Cassie Jackman not too happy with that decision. Superb forehand drop shot from Carol Owens. As we said earlier, anything loose around the middle of the court is inviting severe punishment. Good length from Owens. Beats Jackman in the back left corner. So Carol Owens racing through this game, 5-love ahead.
Out.
That time Owens lobs the ball out, serve just going above the out-of-court line. She's got a beautiful lob serve, Carol Owens, but obviously the risk is that every now and again one may just go out. Good length from Cassie, brilliant camera angle this one. You can see how tight those backhand shots were. Carol Owens forced to scamper, but concedes that one, not up.
1-5.
So Cassie gets a point on the board in the second game. She's trailing
away from the court area.
1-5. These two in form currently.
There's no flash photography during
The
the
best
rally.
two players in the world. A classic showdown. Two experienced campaigners. They're both waiting for the audience to settle. Cassie Jackman of England serving from the left. Cassie in the blue dress. Carol Owens in the white top
Yes, Lee.
and the light
Yes,
blue
Lee.
skirt.
1-5.
Carol's clothing maybe sticking a little bit to squash tradition with the white top. Nowadays, this is a real all-colour game. And white is
Yes,
purely
Yes,
optional.
let. 5-1.
Carol Owens gets the serve back, leading 5-1. Sometimes the only white thing on court is the ball. That ball standing out beautifully, clearly on this green and yellow glass court with a blue floor. And Cassie now winning back the serve.
And out. 1-5.
It's in the middle.
Yes, let.
And a let ball. Carol Owens deciding not to get involved in any debate with the referee. Happy to play the let. She's got a clear, comfortable cushion. But that time a little quizzical look towards the referee.
2-5.
Not sure about the shot from Cassie. They all count. Good squash from both players, building this rally. Owens goes for that short kill again, followed by the drop. That's good squash. She tried it with fierce power. That one didn't quite come off. But she finishes the rally with exquisite touch with that forehand drop shot. Loose from Cassie, but she gets away with it.
Yes, let. 5-2.
There's the lob again. Beautiful serve. If you hit those cross court and the player who served is moving to the tee, unless your cross court return is absolutely tight, you invite the straight volley, and that's exactly what happened in that rally. Carol just presented with that simple forehand volley drop. The rally's over in 3 shots.
Strike to Owens.
Cassie just backing into her opponent there and conceding a penalty stroke, even though both players were on the tee. So Cassie shaking her head, feeling a little hard done by. That's a good tight volley from Cassie, followed by the boast, followed by the cross court. Great symmetry in this game. Here's that backhand line. You see how tight that ball was from Cassie. Caroline quickly slices it cross court. She read it beautifully, came in right behind behind Cassie, and drove it cross court.
8-2 game ball.
And Carol Owens moves forward to game ball, leading 8-2, serving from the left box. She's looked well in control of this second game. Owens lobbing to get out of trouble. Cassie hits it straight and deep. There's the drop, another lob from Owens. Cross-court volley from Jackman. There's the boast. Big cross-court. Owens stays back this time. Backhand drop, and that's the winner from Carol Owens. She takes this second game here in Hong Kong to the Women's World Open final, 1 game all. So a big lead here for Cassie Jackman. Lovely shot from Carol Owens, that backhand volley. Beautiful touch, feather-light touch with that racket. She's 1-6 down. Cassie Jackman of England puts that ball down. Owens moves to 2-6. Footwork from Cassie. You could see that shuffle into the back left corner.
Good.
But once again, the rally finishes with Carol Owens hitting that sliced backhand volley kill. Different serve that time. Hard, low, faster serve towards the opponent's body. And Cassie holds that shot. Carol Owens moves to the front right corner. And Cassie flicks it in the opposite direction. Great squash.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 6-3.
Cassie Jackman gets the let. After that volley by Carol Owens. Owens lobs, Cassie works it deep. Cross court from Owens, straight drive. from Jackman forces Owens to scramble. The rally continues to build momentum until Owens finishes with that cross-court slice that hits the tin. She had the whole court wide open. Misses an open goal. But that was good. Instantly focused again. Carol Owens attacking the serve. Straight volley. Too tight for Cassie Jackman to get her racket on the ball.
Down.
Makes a mistake off the serve.
4-7.
Owens back to 4-7. Cassie just losing control for a few points here, allowing Carol Owens back into the match.
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
Let ball, Owens the straight volley. But as she stepped back to clear the ball, there was Cassie coming through. Let ball. Fierce driving from Owens.
Down.
Winning length again. Both these players looking particularly formidable when they move forward onto that forehand cross court. Both striking the ball with awesome power and hitting that ball beyond their opponent's reach. Good volley from Cassie, getting up the court, attacking the cross court.
And out. 7-5.
7-5 up, Cassie Jackman. She read it well, moved forward, just tucked away the volley. It's half a dozen straight forehands. Cross court from Owens. Good length and height. You can see both players working the ball around this court. Little bit of contact there. Looked like Carol Owens struck Cassie Jackman with the ball. Cassie just wincing and limping. There we can see the injured limb. And believe me, that will sting. There you could see Cassie screaming in pain. And Carol puts her hand over her mouth. What have I done? Nobody likes to see that. And you don't like to feel it either. Cassie will have a bruise there for several weeks, I can assure you. And worst of all, she's given away a penalty stroke as well. Loose again from Cassie. She's allowed Carol back into this game. Carol Owens looking the tighter of the two players. I think I'd like to rewind that commentary because right on cue, Cassie hits a winner. Winning length in the back right corner. Carol Owens goes short. That's sat up. Straight drive. Loose from
Straight
Cassie.
drive.
And out. 6-7.
So Carol Owens on the attack. Lob followed by the drop. That's a great shot from Carol Owens. Owens now serving from the left. Back in this second game.
Down. 8-7. Game ball.
Owens now on game ball. 8-7 after that backhand drop shot. Tremendous comeback in this second game by the Kiwi top seed. There's the lob, great volley by Jackman. Jackman forced deep.
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
Little contact in mid-court. Let ball. Play that rally
Game
again.
ball.
Owens comes back from a long way behind to hold game ball at 8-7. As loose. Cassie can't put it away. Owens lobs. Owens strikes it deep. Cassie comes
Yes,
in.
let.
Yes,
Let ball. Owens backhand drop. She doesn't quite clear the ball. Cassie giving a little glare at the ref, thinking it was maybe worth more than a let. Owens now striking the ball cleanly, deeply.
Not up.
Ball was good, play let.
And that's overruled. Cassie not happy.
8-7, game ball.
The referee very quick to step in and overrule that call. And Carol Owens once again on game ball. Just getting settled. Owens serving for this third game. Leading 8-7, crucial rally. And there Cassie Jackman plays it short.
8-7,
Owens comes in behind. Another let ball. It's tough down there, both players fighting for this game. And Cassie Jackman works
Yes,
it
let.
deep.
Yes,
Once
let.
again,
8-7,
another
game
let.
ball.
Both players getting entangled in mid-court. Owens drives it deep, making Cassie Jackman do a lot of work in this rally. Good stop volley from Owens. Jackman drives
Yes,
deep.
let.
Let ball again.
8-7, game ball.
It just shows how tense things are. Both players desperate to win this rally for very different reasons. Cassie covering that ball well. Owens goes in short. Cassie hits it cross court. Big drive from Owens. Cassie volleys short. Owens lobs. Drive deep from Jackman. Goes short again. There's the volley followed by the cross court from Owens. Great rally. Owens calls it down. She's got her hands on her knees. Cassie shakes her head, so that was good. Probably the best rally of the match there. Cassie Jackman getting out of jail with that backhand volley. Cross court, she's serving at 7-8 down. At 1 game all, this is tense stuff.
Down.
And that one is down. So Owens once again gets the serve back.
Hand out 8-7,
Once
game
again
ball.
on game ball, serving at 8-7. Owens keeping it high. She doesn't want to make any mistakes. She can afford to be cautious. Cassie a little slow turning there. She moves well onto that one. There's the drop. And that's the game to Carol Owens. A backhand drop shot. Carol Owens wins the third game 9-7. She leads 2-1 in the World Open final.
唔該坐低。
Carol Owens of New Zealand serves, leading 2-1 in the World Open final against Cassie Jackman of England. Cassie won the first game with some style, but since then Carol Owens has dominated most of the proceedings. She's won the next 2 games. And Cassie now facing a huge battle to get back into this match. Both players trading forehands. There's a loose one from Owens, but Cassie, instead of killing it, she hits it in the tin. That was a big chance for her, gifting a point to her opponent.
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
Good touch from Owens, but Cassie right in behind the drop shot. Let ball again.
Photographer behind the front wall, please keep still.
One or two spectators moving around this glass court, distracting the players. So Owens gets ready to serve again.
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
Jackman keeping that ball straight. But Owens getting the let. Drop shot from Jackman, lob from Owens. And there Owens sends Jackman the wrong way. Shapes to play the backhand drop. Cassie comes into the front left corner and Carol Owens just flicks the ball across court into that vacant space in the front right corner. Owens plays that game, that shot as well as anyone in the game. Great touch, great deception. So she's moving ahead at the start of this 4th game. She leads 2-1. And again, that's tight. Carol Owens, that winning backhand drop shot. Patient play by both players down this backhand line. Cassie cross courts, and that's down. So Owens racing through this 4th game. And Cassie having to do a lot of running.
5 love.
She's 5 love down in the 4th game. She hit a loose cross court. It was severely punished by the straight volley. Backhand drop again. Cassie gets up the court, but couldn't do enough with the ball. 6 love to Owens. A winning length from Owens, so Cassie Jackman having won the first game. It's now going horribly wrong for the young lady from Norwich. A long way down in this 4th game.
Down.
Carol Owens, instead of going to match ball, she puts that backhand drop into the tin. So let's see if Cassie Jackman can get some points on the board in this 4th game.
Out.
And that's out. Cassie gets a point.
1-7.
And Carol Owens hinted for so long that this could be her farewell tournament. And she would love to go out at the top as world champion. And that's a great volley from Cassie.
2-7.
Long way back though, 2-7 down in this fourth game. Owens goes short, then hits the volley deep. Great slice from Cassie. Just stepping forward to intercept that drive from her opponent. Slicing the ball across court, 3-7. Owens deep, straight backhand, goes short. Cassie flicks it cross court, sent scurrying to the back corner. Owens drives deep. She's got the serve back. 7-3 ahead. 2 points away from a second World Open title. And there we see an illuminated green junk going past the courtside here in this spectacular setting of Hong Kong Harbour. And there is the winning point. Carol Owens of New Zealand shrieks with delight. And there's a kiss for the runner-up, Cassie Jackman of England. 3-1 to Carol Owens, her second World Open title. And the big question is, will this be the last time we see this lady in action on a squash court?
How do you describe feeling ecstatic? I don't really know. Exactly what I felt like in 2000 when I won this title. There's nothing more special in a professional athlete's life than to win a world championship, and you just get all confused in your thoughts when someone asks you what it feels like, because you can't really describe it. It's absolutely awesome. You know, you go through your ups and downs, and your family and friends are the ones that stick by you and help you through all those tough times. And 15 years on the professional tour is a long time, and it's not getting any easier. And I really like the idea of retiring on the top, so I'll let you know in about a week's time.
So what you're saying is yes?
No, I'm not saying yes, and I'm not saying... I mean, I am entered in Qatar and Kuwait at the end of January, and I guess I can always pull out, but I'll let you know.
Well, obviously we saw some new talent here, and as you could see, Nicole David made it to the semi-final and made some upset in early rounds, and it was good standard to see, and it was nice to see the final like this. Carol playing Cassie Jackson, and I think it went into 4 games, but it was a good game to see. There's a lot of new talents coming up, and of course like Michelle Martin and Sarah Fitzgerald, and then Susan Dewar was earlier around, and then now you have the new champion like Carol Owens and Cassie Jackman, and they're all around. So obviously it's been a tremendous improvement from the last couple of years.